Hello and welcome to Harmony Alumni Leadership Interview Series. Today we have, as usual, our host, Daniel Bustillos.
Hello.
Hello, Danny. And also our guest speaker for today is Caro, aka Carolina Lopez, or Ursa.
Hi.
Thank you for being with us today, Caro. Can I call you Caro? Is that okay?
Yeah, no, that's my nickname. That's all right.
Okay. So thank you for joining today, and I'll leave it to Danny. He's gonna take it away from here.
Okay. Well, first of all, hi, Caro. It's nice to see you again. We went to school together, so I definitely do remember you. We didn't talk much, but it's always good to see a familiar face. Thank you for accepting our invitation. We just wanted to get to know a little bit more about where you are right now. You know, about your education and your career choices. Just like catching up with you. So could you please tell us a little bit about yourself, where you are right now with your education and your career?
Yeah. Well, let me introduce a little bit of myself. As Mr. Said said, I'm Carolina Lopez. I'm a 2015 alumni from Harmony Science Academy in El Paso. I graduated from the University of Texas at El Paso in May 2020 with a bachelor's in mechanical engineering. During my college years, I interned with Harmony as a robotics coach, and later with Dish Network as a senior engineer technician. I am currently working at Next Offset Solutions in Indiana as a staff engineer.
Congratulations on your new job.
Thank you. I barely started back in December.
Congratulations.
That's
That's far from home too, huh?
Yeah, right now it's snowing. It's like 5 inches of snow. I have never I would be living here.
That's crazy. We haven't seen snow this year, right? That's awesome.
No, just the west side, I think, but that's about it. And what exactly? Tell me a little bit more. You said you were staffing engineering. Is that correct?
Yes, staff engineer.
What exactly does your job entail, or what do you do?
So it's mostly research. I'm not gonna lie. This company, what they do is that they made a 3D printer that is able to print really high viscous materials. High viscous materials as in clay, and if you cannot believe it, toothpaste. So I 3D print with all these materials, but in reality is that they can also 3D print explosive materials.
Like Claymore or something like that?
Something like that, yes. But it's mostly like for the army that they use. They need to print something really small and very viscous. And if anyone has any experience with 3D printers, you use PLA, ABS, and those are not very, you just heat them up and that's how you print them. Obviously, you cannot heat up the explosives here. So the company itself, they found a way to print out those materials, able to make them really small and still be very functional. My job is just to ensure how to improve in the safety factors and as well to improve how those materials are handled, the flow rate, etc.
That's crazy. You know, I've dabbled in some 3D printing myself, and I think the furthest I got with a viscous material would be resin printing, different types of resin printing. And I thought that was a little out of my league. I thought that was crazy. So hearing about like toothpaste 3D printing, that's intense. I remember back in like 2016, I met with this Italian company. I think they're called Scorpion 3D Printing. And they were starting to barely make like 3D printers for clay to print like vases for flowers and stuff like that, or cement even. And I thought that was crazy, you know, like it's so cool meeting, knowing that somebody I know is in that world now.
Yeah.
Caro, you mentioned you recently got your job, right?
Yes, I graduated.
Talk a little about the process, how you got it, and did you do any internship previously, or like was it required by your current job or employer?
Yeah, so like I said, when I was in college, I used to work with Harmony for a few years, 3 years, and then 2 of them I worked with Dish Network. They had offered me the full-time position as soon as I had graduated. However, with the whole COVID situation, many people were laid off, and since I was getting a promotion, they decided to let me go. So as soon as I graduated, I technically didn't have a job. But because I had so much experience in like manufacturing, and as well as like robotics, electronics, computer science. The company that I am working right now, they saw that I would qualify perfectly for them. And also it was good to take a little break after studying so much.
Yeah,
Of
I
course.
bet. That's really cool. Could you perhaps take us through, now that we see how like you got to where you are, which congratulations, like just December, you barely started that job. Can you kind of take us through a day in the life, let's say, of what you're doing right now as a staffing engineer? Like,
I cannot say a lot of the things that I do since it's a
yeah,
subcontractor with the Army.
of
All I have
course.
to say that right now I'm working on a project to measure the flow rate that since it's something so viscous and it's going really, really small amounts, it's really hard to measure the flow rate. There's currently almost no sensors that will be able to properly sensor that. So my job
Right.
is to find a way to be able to do that.
Wow,
You
that's
said your
good luck.
job. Is it individual job, or do you have a team that a task force that you guys work together to come up with those sensors?
So right now, the company is a very small company. So this project is just me by myself. My other teammates are working with the different viscous materials that I will be working on. So each one of us has something different to work on.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Now that you're here, or now that you're here at this point, right? You made a bunch of decisions to. I think that choosing to move to a place to like Indiana is really big, especially when it's for your career, right?
Yeah.
What is something that you would say was critical in leading you in this path, kind of like helping you choose like what you wanted to do next?
I think it will go back to my internship with Dish. When you start like on a job that is actually for your career, you're always thinking like, is this the right path? Is this what I always expected of this? And I encountered that with Dish, because for mechanical engineers, our focus is to design and create an artifact that will bring the satisfaction to the customer. However, you realize that it's not always that. There's always something in the middle, like the people that are working with you, the people that will be making the pieces, the people that will be using it to fabricate them. It's very complex. You have to think you don't have to be on a single path. You have to think way bigger, way
Right.
outside the box. And I was working on this project called the soft landing conveyor. It would be to reduce the damage to the units that they were producing. And if you think about it, it was pretty simple at the beginning. But then I had to think about the people using the machine. They were doing something so repetitive that after a while it would hurt them. Thinking about it like you're reaching up something. When you do it once or twice, it's all good. But if you do it multiple times in a short time period, it's a strain on your shoulder.
Right.
So that's something that you have to take into consideration when you're designing those stuff. And more little things will pile up. And you have to change your design from like whatever you were thinking to something else to accommodate those. And it was a little bit tedious, but at the same time, it was amazing how for an engineer, you have to think not only one thing, but many things to create something so great.
It really opens up your mind, right?
Yeah. And it
Well,
definitely made me appreciate more my career.
that's really cool to hear. Speaking about your career and what might have made you appreciate it a little more, here at Harmony, we're very like STEM education lenient college. That's towards what we go to. So would you say that anything here at Harmony prepared you or helped you be ready for, let's say, where you are right now?
Yes, definitely. So I'm not that great in English. My first language was Spanish, but definitely Miss Hess and Miss Diamond helped me a lot in writing my essays, knowing the APA or MLA formats. So once I got into college, like my first class was English, and I knew what was going on. I was not confused. I was ready for the class. But many of my classmates were super confused. They didn't even know what was an APA format, what was an MLA format. Miss Hess right now is probably like, writing. But it made me appreciate a lot Harmony has done, even though I was like I was thinking that okay, maybe college will be hard. Since Harmony put so much confidence and strength on me that if I'm giving you a hard time, it's because in college it's gonna be harder. It actually made me feel like college was not as hard as Harmony.
That's so cool. That's really cool to
So
hear.
it definitely prepared me to be more up on my stuff, more organized, more ready for
Tedious
the
about
class.
your work.
Yeah, definitely. So
Definitely.
I do appreciate a lot Harmony for that. It really, really prepared me for college.
That's really good to hear. And we're basically done here. I just have one more question for you. What is some advice or suggestions that you would give to our students here at Harmony and their families, of course, just as some advice for after they graduate or even for school while they're here?
Yeah, definitely do not ever give up. In that class that you're struggling on, when you feel like, oh, there's other students are doing way better than me, do not ever give up. Don't compare yourself to other people. Do not give up. Even when life brings you down and it seems that there might be not a way out, don't give up. And it's okay to rely on other people, like your family, your friends, your community, even professors at Harmony. They will always help you out. Do not ever be afraid to reach out. I honestly would not be where I am today if it wasn't for the support that I got from my family, friends, and Harmony.
Thank you so much for that. That sounds very true. And hopefully people will heed it.
Well, congratulations again, Caro, on your new job.
Thank you.
Best of luck and more success to come your way in the future. Thank you for joining today. Guys, stay tuned for more videos.
All right.
All right.
Y'all take care.
Bye.
Bye.